G'day everyone. Last year the biggest change to the Fixit Fingers workshop was the addition of this Mitresaw station. I did 2 videos on the frame and the fit out, including the Wood Knight zero clearance fence and of course my sexy long stop lock over there. But in those videos we didn't talk about the most important part, the actual saw itself. This is the Bosch Axial-Glide 10-inch GCM 10 GDJ, and we're going to have a quick look at all the reasons why I didn't buy this saw. Sorry, Paul. First up, behind the very solid and sturdy cutting blade guard here, I have installed a Diablo 50 tooth blade in order to get some better performance to the bog standard one. I bought this saw second hand and I got it for half price. But that's not why I bought this saw. This thing comes with a 2000 watt Bosch Professional Series motor, and I have never found something that it has not been able to get through. But that's also not why I bought this saw. It weighs over 30 kilograms, so is super sturdy, but does come with a convenient lifting handle if you haven't bolted it to your bench, but I would not call this a portable job site saw. It wants to stay put. Solid construction pretty much all around, but that's also not why I bought this saw. It comes with your standard sort of hold down. The wings do come out quite a long way if you don't have a table behind or you need the extra support on both sides. The throat plate here is actually adjustable. You can undo these and pinch it in to get zero clearance should you so wish. For easy maneuvering, there is a 2-stage locking mechanism so that you can quickly and easily adjust your mitre position. The cutting angle range goes all the way from 60 on the right through to 53 on the left. Huge range. There are positive stops at 15, 22.5, 30, 45 and 60, meaning that you can just lock in to wherever you want to be, bring it back to zero, tighten it down, and you're good to go again. The bevel is activated at the front of the machine, so you don't have to reach around. 1, 2, tilt, lock, good to go. It'll go 45 on the right and 47 on the left, and has a few positive stops along the way at your common cutting angles. But that's not why I bought this saw. I did need to adjust mine slightly out of the box, but then again it had been sitting in a tradie's workshop for 2 years and been absolutely hammered over that time, and since I've adjusted it in the past 12 months I have not had to touch that dial. The adjustment was pretty easy, the blade change was a bit of a pain in the ass, just saying. However, the calibration with these handy dandy instructions was a very straightforward affair to get right, and it stays right. My only current dust extraction is the shop vac hooked up through the standard port, and it is basically useless. It might as well not be there, and that is certainly not why I bought this saw. I really do like the great big D handle on top. I like the action in which it uses. I like the really positive clicking of the trigger, which is not going to break anytime soon. I like the little button that lets you lock it down like this, so that when you want to move it, you can keep it nice and compact. I like the nice toggle on the back, which controls whether or not you're in slide mode. And I really like the 300mm cut capacity when you are in the 90-degree setting. But that's not why I bought this saw. The 12-inch would give you even more. But sadly, it wouldn't fit in my garage and allow me to still park the car. So 10-inch it was. It really isn't that quiet. But the brake on the blade is pretty snazzy. This handy dandy depth stop will allow you to do trenches. Etc. and so forth, chisel out, trenchy done. And you guessed it, yeah, that. It ain't on, right? In fact, when it all boils down to it, keeping in mind that this saw is probably one of the most expensive in its class on the market, it doesn't have any more power and it doesn't really have many additional features that you can't find in other brands elsewhere. There's only one reason why I and most people choose the Bosch Axial-Glide system, and that's for the Axial-Glide. This thing. This arm is where it is at. The distinct lack of up to 50 centimeters, 1 meter or 3 feet of tubing behind your saw to give you that length of cut is why this saw is in my garage and my workshop and not any other brand, not even my beloved Makita's, because it fits and it does the job of a much larger machine. The saw action, quite simply, is beautiful. It is an absolute joy to use. There is no play here, and even at full extension, it is the tiniest amount of wobble in the blade, which is going to give you incredibly accurate cuts time and time again. And because you don't have the poles bashing into the wall, you can back this all the way up to your brick, your studs, whatever you've got there, and get the full range of motion without the extra 50 centimeters or so space behind it. And that is why I bought this saw.